Hey, thank you for inviting me here. Looks really fancy.
Yeah, as good reviews, this was the obvious choice.
Let's see what's here.
May I take your order, sir?
Yeah, for a restaurant with good reviews, the food here sucks. It lacks,
The taste.
yeah, like it's soulless almost. Hey, I know a burger place around here. A chef I'm familiar with works there. We should go there. Don't pay for that. Oh, hey there. I'm sure you're familiar with this feeling. Fancy restaurants look nice and cleaned up, but sometimes you're just hungry for a basic burger made by a student who's just trying to pay off his loan. I like to go to this place from time to time. It's cheap and quiet. Tastes really good.
I wouldn't say it really tastes that good.
Oh, you'll get it soon. You can taste those fries. You're gonna like them. Taking the style of ROBLOX, this game encourages exploration. Spawning in, mountains caught my eye, so I decided to explore them. At halfway there, a campfire was set, a diary beside it.
Camping. I came and Bob on the mountain while camping up there for a few days. From where we set up the camp, you can see the open fields down below. Weird stud. Something weird showed up in the field today. About 250 studs away, there's a black stud floating in the air, slowly spinning. The grass right under it looks, I don't know, wrong. I think it's expanding. I'm not quite sure. Bob said he wants to go check it out.
Moving on into a cave, we can catch a glimpse of that weird stud. With no sight of other people, we can tell Bob and the diary person didn't make it out. There's also a pickaxe here. Boom. I would like to avoid the stalking place for the only other place to really check out. The waterfall. One thing I immediately noticed about it was its particles. Made out of actual unanchored parts with a special collision group to only collide with this part. Details like this are really awesome. Like, he didn't have to make it this way, but he did. How cool is that? Hold up, pause it right there. I'm actually a dumbass. It doesn't have a special collision group, it actually just anchors spots when it collides with it. So now you know I'm a nerd as well. Swimming in the water doesn't take you anywhere though. It is finally time to find out what that floating stud is all about. Walking in its area, the atmosphere shifts. The sky goes black, music goes numb. Whatever this stud is, it's corrupting the world. Let's find out what Bob and others have gone. Or not? I guess now's the time to say this is a heavily work in progress, as the description states, and I've got some complaints. This game is inconsistent in how it interacts with items. You click on a door and it opens, but you have to walk into a pickaxe to pick it up. This kind of inconsistency confuses the player and can mislead them or make stuff go unnoticed. You, as the developer, most likely wouldn't want that. The cursor should also change with the thing you're hovering over, so anyone would know it's clickable. Pickaxe has no actual use as of yet. It turns on shift lock when you equip it, but that's really annoying. Please remove that. Clicking the mouse buttons to activate it, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't smash rocks or even damages the stud. Like, the pickaxe was stuck in a rock, why can't I just... After implementing pickaxe's abilities, allow players to break the rock it was in and all of the other rocks, so they would experiment and could figure out whatever you were building up. In my opinion, rotate the spawn location 180 degrees to spawn facing the map. I would also tune down velocity in FL Studio for this song. It's basically Euro. Other than that, I didn't crack the CRG and I'm sorry. Another game by the same creator, with the same... Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Another game by the same creator, the same style, with the same song, but a different concept. I believe that Transman 8 understands game design and has original ideas because of this experience. Starting off with a lobby, there's a class shop with different characters to buy and play as. Selecting a class gives you boosts and starter gear. You can get all those items and boosts in your run, which sucks because it makes classes completely useless. At least they're there. Jumping into a run, you spawn in the middle of the world with a distance meter, slow speed, small jumps, and a desire to get better. Your goal is to get away from spawn as far away as possible. With more distance, different biomes and structures spawn, and they contain chests with valuable loot. Chests come in the general types: common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. The valuable loot I was talking about were money, boosts, consumables, armor, potions, and weapons. Both of the latter ones drop rarely from those chest types. There are also weapon chests, which guarantee weapon drop, and boss drops chests. However, there is more. 2 boosts, speed and jump height. Speed is capped. Jump power, however, isn't, and that gets annoying really fast. Quick note, to avoid stuff like this you can use a sigmoid function. You should research that if you're interested. Chests are also the only way to obtain clear stones, the currency used to buy stuff with. The rarer the chests, the more currency you can get, and the more possibility of those little white spheres scattering all around you. As a developer, I would recommend magnetizing them into the player after some time. Running all around for small round objects ain't that fun when you need them for shops. There are 2 different types of shops, red and blue. Red sells weapons and blue items. There is a multitude of items to be bought, but you realistically would only need boots and bloxy colors to increase your speed. You can even buy mega boots. Well, maybe. They could be an upgrade to speed boots, or they're just armor. I couldn't really understand. Armor cannot be bought, only rolled from chests. So, with that logic, I can't really say mega boots could be considered armor. It's just confusing. Red shop is the weaponry. Sold weapons include sword, laser shooter, boom boom gun, balls gun, ball, and paintball gun. I only use 2 weapons in my playthrough, but get it down to 1 because a lot of weapons here just don't work. Most of the issues in this game stem from bad server to client handling. If you don't know what it means, just ignore what I'm saying here. Basically, some weapons, like the laser gun, work on client, and some work on server. You can only kill and get the reward for it with server-sided guns. Oh wait, I didn't even get to talk about enemies yet! Enemies also suffer from this bad server-to-client handling. Spawning enemies on client as an optimization makes sense, but it also breaks the game when done wrong. The developer treats client and server as one thing, and that causes issues. For example, damaging players. Alright, here's a riddle. What's my health? You might say I'm fully healed and ready to go, but that's not true. A server to client desync happened because I got damaged by an enemy on client. Damage dealt on client cannot be healed unless you take damage on server. That sounds like a good mechanic to have 2 different enemy types damage different health, but when that mechanic relies on a crappy desync, it's not that fun. Enemies also feel unfinished. There is no reward for their death, so just ignore them and go on with your day. Except for bosses from rifts. Another type of structure that can spawn are rifts. Entering a rift starts a boss fight, a messy and stuttery one, but in a fun way. Almost like they took inspiration from bosses in Beast Form Simulator. Look at how laggy they look. Bosses drop chests on death. They can't be opened for some reason, but a duplicate chest that works spawns in this dimension. This game is just so broken. But in spite of all these issues, bugs, and overall messiness, I enjoyed this game. It's really fun and works great as a roguelike. Okay, so let's go over here. Progression? Check. Currency? Check. No text explanation, just pure gameplay? Check. This game even has a bestiary. So awesome! I would gladly report all the bugs and issues and even recommend my fixes for them, but I can't contact the developer. I highly encourage you to play this game, since I've missed some stuff about it. My best wishes for Transman 8 in his games. Also, I got stuck shooting multiple rocket launchers. Oh, and I'm stuck. That happens because of how it saves your walk speed and jump power in implementation. Down in the description I've probably left a link to a document with issues I encountered and my fixes. It's not only for the developer, but also for the people interested in game development or have encountered the same issue with the game. Hey, so how are the fries? Burgers are like the meat of this whole place, like the main course, like burgers in a burger restaurant. Try it. A burger consists of multiple ingredients: buns, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and beef. Pickles if you're a weirdo. All of them combined create a tasty adventure like no other. Taking a bite, your tongue first feels the taste of meat.
Hello everyone! Finally, you're here. Today is standard procedure.
Increase capacitors by 24%.
Increased. Do starts log. You haven't done already? It's logging now.
Just the usual maintenance call. Yeah, we're called because there was no one else up at this hour. A convenience store with a power outage. Probably a failure of electrical wiring. Entering the building, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Maybe the lights are turned off. Right, the lights are off. Maybe there's something in the employees only room. Oh hey, a power switch. After toggling it, lights turn back on and your job seems to be finished. But something feels off. You haven't seen a single person. You could have sent the call. And one of the freezers is leaking purple goo and, unexpectedly, has a tunnel with an orb in its middle. You interact with it. Good mission out of the purple goo. You're in a completely different place. Looks like an office complex? Wandering around, you finally notice a person. Coming up close, it's revealed to be a faint memory.
I've been here before. The deja vu is too strong to ignore. I forgot most of my dreams. That some are too important to forget, like this one.
There's not enough information to piece the story. You should move on forward. The purple fluid has taken over the facility, emitting sounds in bigger volumes. In a room, there's a computer with a short log and an image.
What are you looking for? If you want answers, I will show you.
Ah, what a weird joke to fool people. In the same room, another faint memory.
What did I ever end up here? 1 minute I'm at work. The next I'm in a puddle of something. I can hear it whispering.
Who was this WW? Willy Wonka? Walter White? Was he working at the convenience store? Or was he something more? With those questions in mind, you move on forward. Is this some kind of torture room?
I see you. Can you see me?
It's coated in purple. Maybe this fluid has sentience? It's the same face as that image. So what answers could it possibly give? You proceed into the elevator. And it crashes down! Miraculously, you survive. Probably jumped when the elevator was right about to crash. You little smart bastard. An underground complex with pump access servers and core access. In core access there's a computer with files, consideration, thoughts, and warning.
Guys, how often do I need to remind you? Do not overdo it on pressure!
A blast door blocks your path. Closed due to the inactivity of essence pumping. We would have to visit pump access servers. On your way there, another fainted memory.
The voices are telling me the things I don't want to know. They say I was one of them, that I was the first. I don't want to believe them.
Could he be the creator of the purple fluid? He is purple after all. Isn't that racist? There stands a machine. The purple goo machine. Get it? Get it? Powering it up and going for blast doors. You see the corner. Coming closer. Music grows. Oh, have I messed up? If there's still a way to fix all this, I'm gonna get fired. And the employee's room, there's a new extension. Wonder how it looks from the outside. Oh, I saw your brother in the other room. After a section of rooms and coming up to the second floor stands a computer with a file.
Why do I even help you?
Oh hey, it couldn't be more obvious. It means red, green, blue, yellow and orange. The numbers are scattered all around the map. The first one, 8, is on this very computer. You want the rest of the numbers? You want the easy way out? You want to not play this game? Well, you know what? Fuck you! Play this game and find out what's behind this door yourself. That's right, do it yourself, you twat! Bug536 is actually the reason this video exists. His game captivated me to an extent, since building all of this takes a lot of time and dedication. But why did he waste all of his time on a game practically nobody will play? So I decided to ask him. And basically all of this boils down to he makes games for himself. Now, how would a person like him start his journey? After biting comes the chewing. All of the ingredients mixed together into a mash. One that is unpleasant to the eye, but magnificent to the tongue. Honestly, everyone starts here. Free model games! A phrase associated with Roblox experiences created solely by using the toolbox. Oh, how ugly you look now. His game, Attack of the Noobs and Zombies, means nothing on its own. When you look at the bigger picture of Bug536 as a game developer, do you see its beauty? Roblox is a beautiful platform. Well, was. Anyone could make games and publish them for anyone to play. You didn't have to make money or target a specific group, and there was always a choice to not play front page games. Hey, let's jump a few years into 2020. With the release of the game, The Purple Worm Diner, his obsession was set. A purple worm he got for Christmas. Now came games made for his toy. Diner, restaurant, Wormmart. Wait, Wormmart? Bug536 managed to visit the Megamart in Las Vegas, and he got inspired. Now, I don't even want to get in such a big topic of Omega Mart. Apparently you can't even shop in there. It was opened in Las Vegas in 2021 and cost so much to enter. However, what is important to note is what Bug536 got out of his visit. Omega Mart has some kind of storyline that is told within the confines of the whole place. Basically, walk around and chip away the sword pieces. Sound familiar? Bug actually got a lot of stuff from Omega Mart. The walking through fridges, the suspicious power source of unknown origin, even the pardon our dust sign. It is only in the first version of Wormware, however. At least they didn't make the entrance fee $50, and you can play the game for free, right now. It doesn't look as nice as his new games, but it's still interesting to look around and find out his ideas. It's actually fascinating how somebody can be inspired by another artist to create their own art. The Mega Art was created with the collaboration of many artists, and to see that be used as inspiration for someone else is quite heartwarming. Now that you see and understand how cool it is to know how a game developer was made, you should try playing his games. Maybe even find others like his on this very platform. Now, yes, they will look silly, but constructive criticism and help can make wonders. There are many other people like Bug536 inspired by someone else and making their own art to a public of almost no one but themselves. Not for money, not for power, just for art, just for whatever they like. To show love for something in their own way by creating something. One other person I can definitely recall who also loves creation but is unnoticed is Godribs. He actually helped me at the beginning of this video and built the maps for me. You shouldn't search for personal gain from any of this, of course. Find games and explore them only because you want to, not to get something out of this. It's just a funny anecdote to tell, since I found him because I was just exploring Roblox. It is a shame that every single experience is either inaccessible or is locked for people over 16 years of age. Now that's a topic for another time. In other words, I found it fun to explore games, find bugs or glitches, meet new people and seek out projects that are interesting to me personally. Actually, let me share a project I'm interested in to find out more about. Pug536 got into a little game developing group and is actively working on something. Those are the only pieces of information he left me. The links for the game development group and Pug's own group are in the description. You will check them out. Your burger has been digested. Enjoyment fulfilled. Oh, you're here. Okay, I've sent you these onion rings. I almost ate all of them myself. You don't want them? Alright, but that's the last thing to enjoy. Yeah, like a goodbye to this whole place, like the last stage. Come on. You've got to have liked anything from what I was giving you here, right? Come on, just one last thing. Try it, come on. Yeah, I've got nothing. Game currently on screen is made in the asymmetrical genre, currently popular on Roblox. Actually, to be more correct, it's just a rip-off Forsaken. As far as I understand, he just made his friends to his own Forsaken. There's no wrongdoing in that. However, it's like visiting a fancy restaurant but copied over badly. The quality of food lacks and it doesn't get the same amount of visitors. Copying others' ideas like this blindly could really be only justified at the start of your journey as a developer. It's like learning from your superior. You learn quirks of the engine, how scripts interact, how particles are made, and much more. Basically, by copying someone else and tracing their steps, you can learn. But it should only stay at learning, while you're still a beginner. It won't pop off, and it won't make you a better artist. Again, it will only help you to start off. Unfortunately, the Roblox platform encourages copying and stealing ideas. Being original and fun doesn't always bring you money, because that takes time. Precious time that could be instead used to pump out an infinite amount of brain-rot games for children. I have nothing to say about asymmetrical games, or Forsaken for that matter, since I've never played them and they all look the same to me. However, where I am more knowledgeable is the Episode modded scene. Episode was a popular JoJo's Bizarre Adventure game on Roblox. If you're wondering why there's no thumbnail and the name looks weird, that's because the original game got privated. That makes me very sad. Since its scripting was mostly client-sided and maybe other factors, there's a bazillion of the game's versions leaked online for anyone to download and modify. For example, this guy has 6 uncopylocked APD copies. How the fuck? You can probably find versions from the oldest all the way to the newest, with everything in between with little effort. I've learned my scripting from Episode A. A scary statement to anyone who knows how the game's code was structured. It was my first proper introduction into actual scripting, modeling and making effects. Before Stan's Awakening, we had Episode modded. It was a relic of its time. There were many people talking, interacting with each other, trading, making wikis. You could find people with specific stands made for them, and I sure was jealous. I made my own modded version of the game just to put abilities I thought were kind of cool. Even in my newer games, I put the map of Episode modded. That's how much influence it had on me. Now, of course, those games didn't get any traction and they were pretty boring. The whole shtick was to grind for better and better abilities. There was no PvP, no balanced stats, the better stand wins, and it was always cool to get a specific stand on a topic you're familiar with. I think that's what you should get out of this. You can't make a game you would enjoy by copying someone else's idea. You will make mistakes. You will not be satisfied and you will learn. Experiment with your ideas. Make something you'd enjoy or just enjoy the process. Like Pug536. He liked building, got inspired by a Megamart and made his own. You can argue it's copying and yes it is, but he managed to grow from it and made something enjoyable. Just because he liked the process of building, story building and many more. If you're a game developer, try thinking of what you like doing and think of an idea that can make you do that thing you like. You're going to enjoy the process and you're going to make it for yourself. That way, you'll grow out of a copy of a fancy restaurant, and maybe into your own burger restaurant. Maybe not even a burger restaurant. Your type of food restaurant. That's one too many restaurants in the previous 2 sentences. You get what I'm saying. Be yourself, not a copy. Hey, I see that it wasn't the most enjoyable meal ever. I'm sorry. Maybe the meals were rushed and rough around the edges, but that's in the spirit of a burger restaurant. Would you really expect that student to make the best burger of a lifetime? Every single time? Now, I don't even know if you're here or not. I just know that there's a camera here. Or here. You might be here. Probably. If you stayed this long, thank you for sharing this meal with me. Yesterday I found out that this restaurant is not for everybody. Maybe all of us enjoy only specific meals, where I just enjoy this whole place. Maybe. Just maybe, because I feel attached to it, since I'm familiar with a chef that works here. Anyway, we should probably go. And like always, monthly videos at youtube.com/@negativeartfura. Oh, I saw your room in the other room. Puck 536. Puck 5. Oh my.
Pressure.